Why did Israel just strike Syria and seize some of its territory? Israel and Syria have disagreed over a piece of land called the Golan Heights for decades. Israel captured it at the end of the Six-Day War in 1967, in which Israel fought against a coalition of Arab countries led by Egypt, Jordan and Syria. In 1974, Israel and Syria agreed to create a buffer zone, a strip of land between the Golan Heights and the rest of Syria, where no fighting would happen. But 50 years later, Israel has just seized control of that buffer zone in what it calls a temporary defensive position. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's Syrian government means that 1974 agreement is no longer valid. While he welcomed Assad's downfall, Netanyahu said it carries significant dangers for Israel and that his country will not allow any hostile force to establish itself on our border. HTS, which drove Assad from power, is an extreme Islamist group and it grew out of a former wing of al-Qaeda, though the current leader has publicly distanced them from that organisation and from ISIS. Netanyahu's forces have also carried out airstrikes in Syria this weekend, reportedly targeting a research centre that Israel says was being used by Iranian scientists to develop missiles. The collapse of Assad's dictatorship could reflect a shift in Israel's favour across the Middle East. Assad was supported by Iran and Russia, both of which are also backers of Hamas and Hezbollah. Some commentators say the Assad regime fell because his allies were distracted by conflicts with Israel. Israel's critics say it's using a moment of Syrian weakness to make unjustified gains in the Golan Heights and beyond. Either way, incoming US President Trump is likely to embolden the current Israeli government. Under Trump's last administration, the US became the first country in the world to officially support Israel's 1981 decision to make the Golan Heights part of its country. To this day, no other nation recognizes this. Everyone else considers the Golan Heights to be Syrian land under Israeli occupation.